Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to get more Instagram followers using Instagram ads. And in my opinion, this is the best and easiest way of getting real followers right now on Instagram. And it's going to work for a personal profile, which is what I'm doing. But if you have a business, it's the exact same profile and probably actually easier because your content is going to be more valuable than someone's personal profile. So like I said, I've been doing it on my personal profile over the last 2 months that's been now, and I've had amazing results, and I have no inherent value in my content. It is literally just pictures of me traveling. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go on the laptop and walk you through it step by step in Facebook Ads Manager, which is where you set up Instagram ads. And I'll show you exactly how I set up the campaign from start to finish, talk a bit about the targeting, and give you some ideas to think of targeting that will work for you. The targeting that works for me isn't necessarily going to work for you. You have to think of, here's the overall strategy, but what will work for your Instagram, your content, and who you are. So without further ado, let's jump into Ads Manager and let's look at how we do it. Right, so this is us in Facebook Ads Manager. If you don't have a Facebook Ads Manager, you've never seen this before, you'll need to set one up. And I'm not going to show you that in this video, but I will leave links to this website here from Facebook on how you set up an ads manager. You'll also need to create a Facebook business page in order to do that. And then this other thing is you'll need to switch your Instagram account to a business account in order to use it for ads. So even though at the start of the video I said I was doing this on my personal account, my personal page, I'm talking about a personal page in terms of the content I put on it. The actual account structure though is a business account. So I'm not doing any business related content. It just literally looks like a personal profile, but the structure of the account is a business account. But this literally takes 2 minutes to set up. And again, I'll leave the link to this page on how to do it. So once we're ready and everyone else, we have the ads manager here. And you can see I've already got some campaigns. These are all to do with Instagram related stuff. But the thing we're focusing on is Instagram follower growth. So the first thing you want to do is to come up here and create a new campaign. And you have all these different objectives from Facebook. Now, there is no specific objective for getting followers on Instagram. We do have one for a Facebook page where if you clicked on engagement, you could come down and click on page likes, and that would get you more people liking your Facebook business page. But we don't have anything like that for Instagram. So really the methodology we're doing is just trying to get as many people as possible to our page for the lowest cost in the hope that they're then going to like what they see and decide to follow your page. So your job is to have good content that people are going to want to follow you for. And then we just use Ads Manager to get as much traffic as possible onto that page. Now, that said, there is a bit of a caveat. So let's click the one we want to use first of all. We want to use a traffic one. Now, these other ones are probably going to get more people seeing your ads, reach, engagement's good too, at a cheap cost. But what I've found, I've tested these two, and what I found is traffic just works the best. And the traffic objective is literally just getting people to click on a link to your Instagram page. So there's a common myth that you can't use your Instagram URL as the URL destination for a traffic ad. I've done it for ages, it works fine. So you can definitely do that. So use traffic, and like I said, yeah, so I've tested these two, even though they might be cheaper CPM, so cheaper cost to show it to more people, cost per mil, you don't seem to get as many followers from doing them. And I've also run engagement campaigns to my posts because I wanted to get more engagement on those posts. If you want to learn how to do that, leave a comment and I can do another video on it if there's enough interest. But I've always run campaigns with the engagement objective. And what I found is, yes, you get tons of likes, you get some comments, but people don't follow you. Like I've run ads and had thousands of comments on a video or an image, and literally like one person is followed during that period. Whereas if I run traffic campaigns, I know I get the followers. So select traffic and then we can just click continue. And that's going to take us to this screen. So your campaign, your ad set, and your ads. Actually, one thing I didn't point out, I can just show you it here. So let's give this a name. Let's just say Instagram follower growth. Now you did probably see in the first screen, I had all these long names. I have a kind of complex naming structure because I'm just used to running ads for clients with big spend in terms of e-commerce. So I just use my normal naming conventions because it's what my brain is used to, but you can just use something simple. So what we're trying to do with this campaign is Instagram follower growth, and then let's put the traffic objective so that we know we've got it set up to traffic objective. And the only thing you need to do here is to check that campaign budget optimization is turned off. And we might want to put that in the name as well. We're using ad set budget optimization. So you can Google to find out what those mean. It doesn't really matter for this. It's just better to have it as ad set budget optimization so that we can optimize our campaigns and keep it all and keep it all within this one campaign. So yeah, let's click next. And this takes us to the ad set level. So the ad set's where all your budget and targeting will be done. We'll leave the name for now because I'm going to name it related to what my ad set is. So first thing is to select the budget. $5 is plenty. I would not go lower because you're not giving Facebook enough money to try and find the right people. You can go higher if you want, but I wouldn't go any higher than like $10 until you've tried to figure out or found out what works for you in terms of targeting. And then, yeah, once you know what works, you can spend more money if you please. But I'd recommend spending small amounts of money, but using more ad sets with the same budget. So that's how you scale. You scale horizontally. So yeah, we can leave the start date to the default start date, and then you come into your targeting. So you can see there is set to location. This is the default location of your account. Mine is the United Kingdom, but I'm not going to run follower ads to the United Kingdom. My reason for gaining followers is to just get more followers on the page, a vanity metric. This is a tier 1 country, so I'd be paying more for doing that. So, this depends on your goal. If you're looking to monetize people, you're going to be wanting to get following from the countries where people are the kind of people who would actually buy a product or they fit your demographic. If you're just doing it for vanity metrics like me, your best bet, your cheapest bet is just to literally select worldwide as the targeting country. And then what I do is I add some exclusions of those tier 1 countries. So USA, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, Spain, France, developed countries. You just want to exclude them all because you'll be paying more. If you want to have those countries in because you're gaining a following for a different reason, keep them in. Or if you want to gain a following in a specific country or region, type that into the search bar. So let's say I want South America. I could type in South America. As the region, and then maybe exclude the places I don't want, or I could just come in and type in the specific countries I want. So let's say I want France. I want Jamaica. You can just pick whatever countries you want to pick. So we're going to be worldwide for this example. Let's just imagine I typed in worldwide. Okay, with no exclusions. They're then going to choose the age that you think is going to work best for your content. If you don't know, just leave it as 18 to 65 plus, and that's basically just Facebook will choose. For me specifically, I know that the demographic that works best for me is the 18 to 34 age range. So in my demographics, the largest population is probably about 24 to 34. But there's no reason why people who are 18 plus wouldn't follow as well. So I just leave it open. You then want to select your gender. So again, if you don't know or your content appeals to everyone, you can leave it as all genders. For me personally, I know from experience and my previous account before Instagram deleted it, that organically more women follow me than men. Like I said before, I'm not giving any inherent value in my content. So my appeal is just like a young guy with a nice lifestyle, reasonably attractive, that girls who I target, I try and target single girls or girls interested in dating, they would just follow me because, you know, they're attracted to me. But if you have content, let's say you're a beautician, a makeup artist, you're not going to be targeting men because men aren't going to be following you. If all your content is makeup, you want to be targeting women. If you're like a hot girl, you're a model, you might be getting a cheaper cost per follow if you just target men and more likelihood of them following you. But if you want to get brand deals because you're a bit of an influencer as well, maybe you want to have it set to all, or maybe you just want to have women because you want to monetize them. You know, that really depends on your goal. But for me, women works best. And then the same thing with targeting. You need to figure out what works best for you. So if you're a travel vlogger, if you're just someone who travels a lot, all your content is travel, maybe searching for people who are interested in travel. You like travel. You can come and just take suggestions, tourism, holidays, backpacking, or hostel.booking.com, like whatever you can think of. You have to think outside the box for this section and choose what works best. What I normally go is, like I said, stuff related to people who are dating. So Facebook removed all the dating interests in order to like help privacy and not being able to identify people. So I had to think outside the box and think of what interests would those people be in. So what are they doing? What are their behaviors that someone who's single would be doing? And that's how I still managed to target them. So you have to be smart, think outside the box in terms of your targeting. What I would say is just make sure you have a few. Don't just choose one, you know, have like a stack. That's what works better on Facebook these days, post iOS. So have a stack of interests that are related and try and get it above like 5-10 million, but just have, you know, a couple million in this estimated audience size section. And you can select this if you want. So let's just add one in so I can show you. Frequent travelers. We can click on this and Facebook's basically going to expand your audience. But yeah, this just allows Facebook more room to use their ability, their knowledge. I like to keep it unchecked though. So yeah, that's pretty much targeting. And then languages, just keep it all languages, you know, unless you're a business trying to sell stuff, all languages will do. So the next thing is to select the placements. Manual placements, and we want to just have it as Instagram stories. That's my strategy. It's the best strategy that I've found. So let's uncheck Facebook, Audience Network, and Messenger, and then come down to the Instagram section. Now, Instagram will leave Reels selected, but Reels is such a new placement for ads. They only released it like 2 months ago, that I don't have enough knowledge on how well it performs for these ads. So Instagram stories is a tried and tested method. I'd recommend just unchecking Instagram Reels and then coming and unchecking all of these other Instagram placements so that the only placement selected is Instagram stories, okay? You can test Reels, but what I would do is I would uncheck stories, check Reels, and run Reels for a week and see how well it performs in terms of getting new followers, but I just don't know at the moment. So that's a selected all of the targeting. One last thing you can do if you're a business is this connections section. You can come in and, you know, exclude people who follow your Facebook page or whatever, or follow your page if you're trying to get new connections. But for me, am I doing followers? It doesn't really matter. But this is what we want to do. So we want to set the name of this campaign just to help us. So the targeting was worldwide. It was 18 to 34. Sorry, I'm just using the Spanish. I'm using a Spanish keyboard in the computer and then a British one on the hard keyboard, so it just makes mistakes. So 13 to 34, we were targeting females, and the placements was IG stories. Okay, so that's us. That will tell us exactly what this ad set reflects. And then actually I should have said The interest as well was, let's just say I went with a dating mix. You know, you could put travel mix, whatever, or whatever it relates to. So dating mix worldwide, that just tells me what this is when I'm optimizing. And we can move on to the next stage, which is creating the actual ads. So simple name for the ad, just what it reflects. So my content, I know, is diving cenote. It's a type of Mexican lagoon. So cenote, whatever, just name a name that reflects to what the actual creative is, and make sure you have your Instagram account selected. So mine's selected as default. If you have different Facebook pages, you'll have to select the Facebook page that your Instagram account's connected to in order to see the Instagram account. And if you have multiple Instagram accounts on that Facebook page, I don't even know if you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. You would have to select the obviously relevant Instagram page. Yeah, so that's that selected. It's not going to show ads on your Facebook though, by the way. It's just going to be on your Instagram, but you have to have it selected. So we're going to choose the type of ads. So there's two things you can do. You can either use content that you're going to upload to Facebook, or you can use an existing post on your page. I don't like using the existing post on my page because you get overinflated engagement for your following. So because you're showing your ads to so many people, you'll get lots and lots of engagement on your posts, but then your following is not going to reflect that. Your following's a lot harder to get up. So you'll have like thousands of posts in a video if you run this for a long time, and it just won't look right for the level of following. So I prefer just to use posts that I upload into Ads Manager, and that way, you know, anything that happens on them stays within Ads Manager. It's never actually on my page. So let's just do that. Single image or video. Videos work the best, but again, I'm just doing this for vanity. So if you're actually offering value, images and videos, it doesn't matter. But because it's a story, make sure you have the portrait format. And here's an example of one of my creatives, and you're going to see how basic this is. This is a 6-second video of me walking with a little bit of a transition. It's literally as simple as that. As long as you have good content and you have something of value that people are getting from following your page, my value is literally just, I have a nice lifestyle, travel, and kind of attractive to my demographic, right? But if you are, again, the example of a beauty, I don't even know, a makeup artist, and you're doing tutorials on makeup or like recommendations on products, you could be a bit more direct to camera, like giving a reason. Hey, I'm doing this makeup, blah, blah, blah. Follow my page, you know, create that curiosity. Mine, all it literally does is people go, who is that guy? Why am I seeing this? Click on the page, and then some of them decide that they like it and they follow, okay? And then the other thing you need to do is you need to add a URL. So just come to your Instagram profile on your desktop so that you can get the URL. But if you don't, you just have instagram.com/whatever your handle is. It's literally just that if you don't want to go on to the desktop. And then put it in here, so that whenever people click on this, it will take them to this destination. But I think most people, from what I see, they just click on their profile. They don't actually click on the learn more. And I don't have any text or headline because I don't want to detract. I don't want it to look like an ad. I want it just to look like a post, okay? So if you actually are trying to get people to a kind of business page, you can write some text in the headline if you want. Probably not text, it's probably too much. Probably just write a headline, but I just want them to get curious and come and visit. So I don't have any, and it works. And that's pretty much it. So you can create more ads. I mean, I've only created one, but you can come here, or you can do Control D and duplicate this. Sorry, do quickly duplicate, it's better. Duplicate this, and then literally everything will be the same. And I just want to change this to a different video so that we have two. Let's use this one, just an example, okay? And you can do as many of these ads as you want. I recommend 2 or 3. And then once you've done that, you just click publish. So I'm going to publish it. and quickly show you one last thing. Come on, publish that too. Just so you understand how to use it. So this is the one I've just created. Let's pause it now. This is what these blue things mean. So that's paused. And I'm going to click on it and it's going to take me to this ad set level. And within the ad set, if I click on it, it's going to take me and show me the ads that are inside that, okay? Now, I have all these columns set up that allow me to optimize these campaigns. So if you're looking to just get followers and you don't want to get too technical, you don't really care too much how you're paying, that's you done. You're set up, you can just leave it running. But what tends to happen is over time, Facebook gets a bit tired, a bit fatigued, sorry, and you end up paying more for the followers. So you need to refresh the campaign and let it run again. So if you want to find out how to do that, keep watching. If not, leave a comment if you found this useful or you want to have more videos, let me know. But for now, we're going to show you how to optimize it. So I've selected these different columns and these are the metrics that I'm focusing on for my Instagram ad. So I'm going to show you quickly another campaign that will have more in this and it actually has some data. So let's jump inside this one here. You can see I've got multiple ad sets and they're populated with some metrics. So this is a good example. I've got one ad set here. With everything the same apart from it is targeting Colombia. And I have another ad set here with, again, everything the same, but it's targeting worldwide with some of the exclusions of certain countries. And you can see the cost per click here is 22 pence or 22 cents versus 6 cents for this worldwide one. So obviously the worldwide one is so much cheaper. We don't have any way on Instagram of seeing who has followed us from our ads. We can't track that back like we could do with the page likes campaign on Facebook. So what you're literally doing is you're setting a point in time of, okay, this is how many followers I had when I launched the campaign. Campaign is running for X days. What is my next following? So you always need to take notes of what your following is on a given day if you want to be able to do this. Or you could go into your analytics, I suppose, and look back. But yeah, this is the best way of doing it and having some sort of spreadsheet where you track that. But you also want to have your baseline. So before you start running the ads, look back 7 days, see how many followers you gained, net gain. And so that's the amount of followers minus how many unfollows. And divide that by 7 to work out how many followers you get net per day normally as a baseline. So you can then see, okay, if I've got this amount of followers from ads, I can take away that net baseline and go, right, this is what is actually the ads are contributing to. But the best thing we're going to be looking at is cost per click, as that allows us to see, okay, we're paying a lot of money to get people to come and visit our page from Colombia. If we have like a similar conversion rate on those people, we're never going to know the conversion rate per populace, but if it's going to be similar, you're getting more bang for your money, more followers for your money if we're running the worldwide one. So I'm running the Colombia one for a specific reason, which is why I've got 2 on. But if, let's say I was just running these as a test, I would come in here and go, wow, Colombia is way more expensive than running worldwide. I'm going to pause Colombia and just run with worldwide. Or the same situation, if I was running something for 7 days and I was getting 6 cents cost per click, and then let's say in the next week I look and this is now like 10 cents cost per click, we've got ad fatigue in there. So all you have to do is come here and pause this one, okay? And then click duplicate or Control D. Just click duplicate there. Publish that. Close that and then flick it on. And that's going to refresh the audience. So Facebook will hopefully give you a lower cost per click. If it doesn't, if it gives you a higher one, literally just do that same process again and give it another refresh, okay? So I'm going to delete that because I don't want it and put my old one back on. But you could do the same thing if you were doing different interests or ages and they didn't really work too well. just duplicate one of these so you keep everything the same, change the interests maybe, and run it again with the other one off and see if you get a better cost per click or you get a better amount of followers coming into your page. So, I mean, there's so much we could go into this. That is the essential process. I hope that helps. I hope you guys get more followers. This is not really my normal content. I prefer to do more vlogs, but I feel like a little bit of education in these kind of lifestyle or business fields of the things I'm into and that I do might be beneficial. So if you like it, leave me a comment and I will do more of them. So thank you very much for watching, and until the next time, see ya.